happened, what happened to you all as you were writing out the things for which you're grateful or thinking about the things for which you're grateful. But I just started to smile because there is just so much to be grateful for. And I filled the whole page. It could have gone on and on and on. So let's talk about gratitude, and let's talk about the fact that it raises our vibration. So these are the points that I intend to cover in our time together this morning. Gratitude it's a choice. We'll talk about that. It's an emotional response. It's an attitude, a lifestyle, and a state of being. So that's going to be the points in which I address today. But I want to open up with a quote. And this quote is by Deepak Chopra. He says that gratitude opens the door to the power, the creativity, and the wisdom of the entire universe. We open this door through gratitude. So the Latin root of the word gratitude is grata, a given gift. And from the same root, we get the word grace, which means a gift that's freely given, that is unearned. The International Encyclopedia of Ethics defines gratitude as the heart's internal indicator on which the tally of gifts outweigh exchanges. So just be with that for a moment. The heart's internal indicator on which the tally of gifts outweighs exchanges. So gratitude, as I mentioned, is an emotional response to life and to all that we experience in life. And it's not simply an emotion, it's also a choice that we make, because we can choose to be grateful or we can choose to be ingrates, just taking for granted all of the gifts that we have been blessed with. It's also an attitude or a disposition and a state of being, meaning that it is the essential way that we can live life if we intend to live life well. The expression of gratitude continues to be the glue that consistently holds society and relationships together. Its opposites, thanklessness, contribute to societal dysfunction, dissolution, and appearances of separation from each other and from our deity. Clergy has asserted that the expression of gratitude is essential to humankind's sustainability and survival. Scientists and therapists agree and have researched that gratitude has a stabilizing and healing effect from multiple standpoints: cultural, psychological, spiritual, physiological, and even financial. And the research has made it abundantly clear that the benefits of living a grateful life are undeniable. Gratitude raises our vibration. So let me share with you the scale of consciousness, and I borrowed this from Dr. David Hawkins' book, Power versus Force. And so there is this hierarchy of vibration. So if you look at the top of the list, we have enlightenment, of course, right? And so enlightenment is where we ascend, you all. There's no longer any need for our physical body. Peace is at 600 on this vibrational scale. peace. Because if you have peace of mind, then the way that you show up in the world and the way that you express is at those higher levels of vibration. Love and gratitude vibrate at 540 megahertz, you all. So those two oftentimes are linked, and I'll make that case in just a moment. So in his book, Dr. Hawkins says that there is a hierarchy of vibration, with matter being at the bottom or the lower end because it's dense. And so if you look, guilt and fear and blame are at the lower levels of vibration. And so of course, we attract to us at the frequency upon which we vibrate. So if we're at those lower ends, then our experiences are going to be commensurate with our vibrational frequency. However, as you can see that there is enlightenment at 700 to 1,000. And from everything that I read, that's where Jesus Christ, once he became the Christ, that's where he vibrated at that level. But divine mind, of course, is even higher. It's even higher than enlightenment because it knows all, sees all, is everywhere present, is all powerful. And so, of course, it would transcend enlightenment of man. So Hawkins also stated that the level where the conditions and the earthly treasures are gained are at the higher vibratory levels. The ancient teachings say that all manifestation of thought, emotion, reason, will or desire, or any mental state or condition are accompanied by vibrations. And these vibrations are, in a sense, transmitted to the area around them in the same way that heat radiates outward and raises upward from its source. That's why heat rises. So every one of our beliefs, our emotions, our attitudes, and our thoughts, and if you're working with me in the Money Vibe book, we refer to those as the beat. They have corresponding rates and modes of vibration. Vibrations are simply frequencies that can be changed by changing our thought patterns, the thought patterns that tend to occupy our minds. Scientists say that since the universe is made up of vibration at the deepest level, and that matter is a part of the universe as well, it can be affected and it can be changed by our attention, by our consciousness, by our vibration. So that is why you can be in one part of the world, think good thoughts, pray for peace, pray for the well-being of others who are in alignment with your prayers and wanting of your prayers, can be affected by your prayers. And so what clergy also believe is that collective prayer changes the vibration of the planet. The universe is like the body in that respect. It will give us what we dwell upon, be it negativity, hopefulness, optimism, whoever is doing the thinking, whoever's doing the contemplation, that is what you are transmitting to the universe. That's what you will attract back to your life experience, as well as begin to influence and to shape in some way what happens on our planet. Because that is the law of correspondence at work. So of course, once we reach a critical mass of people thinking lofty thoughts, high level thoughts, thoughts of good, thoughts of much, thoughts of more, thoughts of better, then we are doing our part to shape the universe that we want to live in and that we want to leave as our legacy. So also, what Hawkins talks about is that the closer two things harmonize or are complementary, the stronger the attraction between them. And so love and gratitude, you all, complement one another. This principle is referred to as the sympathetic resonance, which simply means like attracts like. And it is the basis behind the interaction between love and gratitude. So that the world that we create or that we attract to us is the one that most closely aligns with our thought atmosphere, with our feelings and emotion. The chorus of our vibrational pattern, the pattern of our beats, our beliefs, our emotions, our attitudes, and our thoughts determine the reality that we experience. So if we're feeding our fears, then that is the chord that is being sung. That is the chord that is being amplified and energized. And that energized chord will find corresponding chords in the universe and sing along with them. Another way of saying that is misery loves company. Who and what we choose to sing is determined by the chords that we play and harmonize. And all of this is a consequence of the choices that we make. So, why live a high vibe life? The benefits are many. The advantages are great. Physical healing is one obvious one. Disease cannot exist in high vibration tissue. It cannot. It's at those lower, denser levels, the fear, the anger, the guilt, the blame, the shame. And oftentimes, people who have those thoughts and allow them to dominate their experience are the ones that experience higher degrees of disease. Finding forgiveness, practicing gratitude, healing addictions, healing old wounds. These are all characteristics of living high vibrational lives. Spiritual growth is enhanced, allowing us to experience deeper connections with the divine, leading to a greater sense of peace. And you see where peace is. Very, very high vibrational level. We experience that when we deepen our connection with God. We experience peace and well-being emotionally, physically, spiritually. Grateful thinking and grateful living promote the relishing of positive life experiences. By appreciating and taking pleasure in the blessings in our life, we're able to extract maximum fulfillment and enjoyment. And we're going to hear more about joy next week. Regardless of our current experiences, we can transcend what is going on to experience higher levels of vibration. We can change that by putting on music that brings us joy, right? Playing with our loved ones, anything that causes us to be uplifted, engage in those activities and you raise your vibration. So in the words of Lynn Twist, author of The Soul of Money, what we appreciate appreciates. So expressing gratitude bolsters our self-esteem, our self-worth. And when we realize how much we have accomplished in life, that's why I had you do that list, you all. There's just so much more to be grateful and thankful for. Then we overcome our seeming challenges and difficulties. We feel more confident and more efficacious, knowing that we have the agency to produce the desired results that we want to experience. We create or co-create, as it were, our own reality. Ernest Holmes taught us that everything is connected and that human thought creates on the etheric plane. We know that conditions can be manifested into the physical world by holding the right intention, with the right attitude, with the right thoughts. We can live ideal lives. So having a higher vibration increases also our power to manifest. We manifest on levels, and gratitude is one of the highest levels, as you can see, and that's where we can manifest higher, loftier experiences into our lives. When you vibrate at higher levels, it's easier to attract that which you want into your experience. And by expressing gratitude for that which is not yet manifested, that's the law of expectancy, we are adopting a posture of assuring that we will have what we are affirming already. And we do this with a knowingness, and a knowingness is even deeper than a belief. It's even deeper than conviction. And we can live our lives from that place of knowing, you all, that because I ask, my prayer will be answered. That's the law of expectancy. And there's also the law of expansion, you all. And so as we work with these universal laws, we expand the realm of possibility for ourselves and for this beloved planet that we inhabit. So when we are grateful for our relationships, for instance, and we express this gratitude, we activate and we amplify the vibration of love. And this act serves to increase the flow of love in our lives. It must be so that if we are grateful for our good health, that our body will respond and we will experience more good health. So I talk a lot about raising our vibration, but how do we go about doing that? The first step to raising our vibration is to remove from our lives all of the things that bring our vibration down. Get rid of them, 86 them, obliterate them. Also, we want to think in terms of our lifestyle choices. Our lifestyle choices can evoke more stress that brings us down on the emotional hierarchy, depression, anxiety. Those are all states of mind. Those are all emotions and feelings that we can change. We can change by changing our thoughts and changing our vibrational level. What I know is that exposure to negativity, such as toxins in our food, toxic people, they all lower our vibrational level. Toxic people, by definition, of those who consistently hold negative thoughts, perpetuate negative thoughts and attitudes. They're critical, they lack compassion, and they tend to be a drag on our emotional health and well-being. So it would serve us well to disengage or to limit our interaction with toxic people. Energy work, including things like Reiki and Jure, they can raise our vibration. Reflexology, aromatherapy, massage, all of these have been proven in research experiments to test strong for people who have been practicing on a consistent basis the ability to raise their vibration and therefore to change their mood and to change their feeling nature. Being outdoors, getting regular exercise raises our vibration. And of course, gratitude is the most potent of all of these practices. Joy and happiness are what we feel when we're grateful, and they are naturally going to elevate our consciousness. Having more for which we can be grateful increases. As we work with these laws of expectancy, and the laws of expansion and increase are then activated as well. Also, as we experience more of what we desire, it increases our faith in God, and our life improves, thus providing for more for us to be grateful for. It's cyclical. The laws of correspondence and the laws of karma are forever at work. So gratitude teaches us to appreciate all that we are, all that we have the potential of becoming. It allows us to fully appreciate life, existence, and that it gives us that ultimate sense of belonging to something that's bigger than we are. Gratitude raises our vibrational level to a place whereby we can accept the whole of this given universe. Because when we vibrate at the level of gratitude, we are fully one with the one. Gratitude opens the door to power, creativity, and wisdom, the wisdom of the entire universe. And we have the key to the door that opens creativity to us, abundance to us, and that is gratitude. So let me close out with a couple of points to take away. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life and transform what we have into more through the law of expansion. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which there are plenty, and not on your past misfortunes. It is through gratitude that the wasteland of illusion falls away. Be grateful for what you have, and what you have will prosper. Closing affirmation. Just stop for a moment and take all that in. And affirm after me. I am grateful for everything I experience in this lifetime. With gratitude as the way of my life, I vibrate at the highest frequencies, attracting corresponding experiences into my life. We let it be so now, and so it is. Amen, Amin, and Ashe.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Michele, Reverend Michele. That was just beautiful. I'm so grateful for the wonderful concept you just given to our Further Aglow community here today. It was just perfect, beautiful. Thank you. I
So
enjoyed
welcome. And you can read that, you all. That's actually an essay in Inspiration in Small Doses. I updated it somewhat, but essentially that's the essence of that particular talk.
I'll have to get that.
Why reinvent the wheel, right? Truth is truth.
Yes. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
So the floor is now open, or the mics can now be open for the discussion with Reverend Michele and the group. Feel free to say your comments, your ahas, and ask your questions.
And answer a question, because the the question that I have for you all, because we participated in an experiment, you know, I'm into experimentation these days. And so the experiment was, if you were able to, you know, write down as you're listening to Grateful, the things for which you're grateful, did you feel a shift or a difference in just in your body? Like I said, as I was writing, I just started to smile. And look, if you all indulge me for a moment, this is what I wrote. Today and every day, I am grateful for my life. At 67 years of age, I'm healthy. I hike. I play tennis. I practice yoga. I push my grandchildren on the swing. I carry one on each hip as we walk to the park. I'm grateful for the love of my children. I am blessed that we enjoy each other's company. We laugh, we love, we argue, we forgive, and we continue to love unconditionally. I'm grateful for the like-minded people I have attracted into my experience, whom I know always have my back. I'm grateful for the opportunities to continue to climb while uplifting others to higher levels of being. I am an instrument of transformation. I'm grateful that I am of sound mind and that I can continue to learn and to amass knowledge to better understand the world, its inhabitants, and my place in it. I am grateful for all. And so it is. So that's what I wrote as that song was playing. And so that definitely lifted my spirit. So I'd like to hear from some of you if you participated in the experiment. This is where you all get to respond.
Listened to and appreciated every word. And it's a message that I can never hear too often because I have to remind myself, I have to pull myself back to that place of gratitude. And it's been tough this past couple of years. So I'm so grateful for this message. Thank you.
You're so welcome, beloved. Thanks for joining us today. I'm grateful for your presence.
See, Reverend Michele, you started off by while in your writing that you're grateful for life. That's the top of my list also, followed by this community.
All right. Awesome. Okay. And so, of course, this is in keeping with Thanksgiving. It's not just a day to be celebrated. It truly can be a lifestyle. Gratitude as a lifestyle. And so that means that you're just cognizant of everything. I mean, you know, I was on the Vamoose bus up to New York. When did I go? Wednesday. And you know, I'm sitting there and I know people are thinking that I'm insane because I'm just smiling. Why am I smiling? The fall foliage, you all, is so incredibly beautiful. All of the different hues, the yellows, the orange, the green was in there, and I'm just smiling away. And the other reason I was smiling is because I was elevated. You know, the bus is higher than my automobile. And I saw things that I've never seen before on that New Jersey Turnpike. There's beauty even on the New Jersey Turnpike. There were lots of ponds and lakes that I can't see when I'm down low in my automobile. And I just smiled because, you know, just life is good. Life is good. If you look for it and if you see the good in everything. And so as a consequence, there's just so much for which to be grateful. So I'm grateful that you all gave me a platform to share my gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Michele. I know that you have jogged our minds in this positive direction, and we will be milling these thoughts as we go through the week and I know in the future.